Hey, it's Marcia Bench, your AI gal, here with some tips for you on four primary problems that you can solve with AI. So, uh, you know, everywhere in our feed, especially for me, since I run both an agency and a training institute, AI is all over the place. It is everywhere that we try to do things, right? It's AI powered, AI enabled. Um, Even when we search for things on Google, we're now finding AI results as much as anything, right? But I want to talk to you specifically if you are a coach, a consultant, a digital marketer, a uh, professional who markets online in any way, shape, or form, because I know that it can be overwhelming to try to keep up with all the things that you think you need to do in order to build your brand, attract your clients, and bring them into your programs, right? Whether you do courses, whether you do one on one coaching, whether you do on site consulting, virtual consulting, group coaching, masterminds, whatever it might be. So I wanted to really narrow down the field today and share with you four main areas that if you can handle these with AI, that you'll be able to have a lot more time available for the creative, the strategic, the visioning, the client service. That is really where you want to spend your time, right? I mean, if you could wave a magic wand, just bear with me for a second or imagine this with me. If you could eliminate from your tasks that you have to do every day a handful of things, what would those be? Maybe just jot those down for a second. What are the things that you do every day that you really don't care for that much, that you would just as soon somebody else do? And then, secondly, um, what would you love to be spending your time doing that you're currently feeling like you can't do because you're busy with those other things you want to eliminate, delegate, systematize, or whatever, right? Write those down just for a second. And it does help to write them down rather than just think about them, because then it becomes more tangible and you're able to start moving in the direction of making change. So, at least four things that you'd love to eliminate, and four things, three or four things that you'd love to do more of. For me, that would be teaching, writing, speaking, hosting live events. Those are the things I'd love to spend my time doing and have everything else handled. That's my list of the things I'd love to be able to focus my entire attention on. Okay, so let's see if the four things I chose today that are handled by a single tool that I've been using in my business for 3 years now, if those are among the things that you said I'd like to not have to do those things. Okay, just play this as a little bit of a game. First of all, was one of those creating content, repurposing content, filming the videos, coming up with the ideas, making the content calendar, writing the individual posts, writing the scripts for the videos, editing the videos so that they have the captions and all the cool graphics on them for Instagram and TikTok. Was that one of them? If so, put a one in the chat. If content creation was one of the four things that you would love to not have to do, at least not as much of. I mean, doing videos is kind of fun. Even writing posts can be kind of fun, but only if you're doing it because you enjoy it and you love communicating with your audience, not because you are feeling obligated to do it, right? So I'll be looking for those ones in the chat wherever you're seeing this. It'll be on our YouTube channel as well. So that's one of the things that the tool I'm going to share with you today will handle. So what does content do for us? Content shares your unique message, mission, and plan, mission, plan, and purpose, let's put it that way, with your audience. And so if you want to get people's attention that are potentially a match for your free community, your paid community, your coaching, consulting, mastermind, etc., then they first need to know more about you. And as Neil Patel talked about when I saw him at the Level Up event in Dallas, it's not about just going through, seeing one post, seeing one webinar, seeing one blog post, and they sign up. The only time that's going to happen is if they already were referred to you by a highly enthusiastic fan of yours, right? If not, then you're going to need to be sure that they can find you in multiple places. So when you create those, the content in multiple platforms, and you're what people call omnipresent, present everywhere, they can vet you here, there, and then they feel confident they can buy from you. And the higher the investment, the more of this they'll be doing, and you won't know it's happening because they're not going to comment on your posts. They're not going to, do a lot of interaction, but they're going to be watching from the background, as some of you might be right now if you're curious about our AI services. So it's important that that be done. And I'm going to tell you how to streamline it in a minute. Secondly, is this another one on your list? Generating new leads for your business. If I were to talk to 20 coaches and consultants right now and ask them what they need most in their business, they would say new leads. Now that's actually a myth, because usually if you've been marketing for a while, a year or more, let's say, and the longer, the more this is true, you've got a gold mine sitting in your database, but you've forgotten to follow up with those people, or they've dropped off your radar for whatever reason. And that means that you've dropped off their radar too, doesn't it? So lead generation is the second responsibility or area of your business that this tool I'm going to share with you can automate to a large extent. Okay. Sometimes we want to interface with other tools depending on where you're looking to find leads and depending on who your ideal market is, but there's definitely some aspects that do that. So if you had lead generation or getting new leads on your list, put a number 2 in the chat, please. Third one, related but overlooked by 90% of entrepreneurs and business owners, is lead nurturing. How many contact points with you does the typical person need in order to buy? We've known this for a long time now. It's anywhere from 12 to 30, depending on the service, if they knew you at all before, if they've already been looking at other similar services so they know how to compare you quickly. But it's anywhere in that neighborhood. But it's not 12 Facebook posts. It's 12 contact points, which might also include text messages, phone calls, emails, webinars, YouTube videos, Instagram stories, etc. It's all this stuff. It's discovery, not just search, as Neil puts it. Okay, so the lead nurturing process is relatively easy to streamline the time that you're spending on it by using this tool. Okay, and I'm going to tell you what it is in a minute. So if you had a lead nurturing or follow-up after initial contact, in your list, put a 3 in the chat. Okay, put a 3 in the chat. So what do you suppose number 4 is? If we've done our content to attract people, we've done our lead generation to bring them in. Of course, content is part of that. Outreach is the other part. We're nurturing them now, following up with them, helping them move through the prospect journey to becoming a client. What's next? Is the sale, right? Number 4 is sales. Did any of you have sales calls as your one of your items on your list of things that you'd like to eliminate? Many of us prefer not to do those if we can help it. What we really mean, though, is that we prefer not to do the tire kicker sales calls, right? I mean, when I owned Career Coach Institute, I loved the calls where the person emailed me and said, um, I've read your webpage. I really know that I want to do this, but I've got a couple of questions. You know, if you use the golf metaphor, they're already on the tee. They just need to hit that last putt to get it in the hole, and that is when with that 10-minute phone call, which now we can do through DM usually. So if you had sales or sales calls on your list of things you'd like to eliminate, put a 4 in the chat. So, what is this magical tool I'm talking about? The magical tool is the AI employee function of the high level software, because it has now, I think, 8 different components that will not only do all 4 of these things: create your content, help you generate leads with a prospecting feature, nurture your leads with automations and workflows, and close your sales with the forms, the purchasing capability, the documents that can be signed right inside the platform. But also, it can create your funnels. It can create your website. It can create. It can keep track of your leads. It can run them through the pipelines for your various offers, and much more. It can hold your community. It can hold your course content or your training content for your mastermind or coaching clients. And it can do text messaging for you, all the different things. So there are literally probably by now thousands of features. It's 350 of them were just revealed last couple weeks ago in the live event. But what I want to encourage you to do is to take a peek at what all it does and to consider adding, shifting from the dozen or so tools that you're probably now using. That's where I was when I found it in March of 2022, to, hey Becky, to the $97 a month service that's now available to do all of those things. So we're now spending $97 instead of close to $1,000, I think it was, for us, between our text messaging service, our email service, our course creation software, our CRM, we had lead pages at the time for our landing pages. We had WordPress hosting. We had all the things. So web designer, well, it helps to know a little bit about design, but the templates are so good now that you can literally do that in record time with some of the things that they offer. So I'm going to drop that link for you to take a peek at it, get a quick little overview, and also share a video that I did overviewing it as I've been going through my past videos for literally the last 10 years, deleting some, looking at what's there, and getting ready for what's next in our certification and in our coaching programs and in our membership. And so I'm going to share those links with you down below. I want to invite you to take advantage of it and use my link if you do sign up for it, if you will. Just as a courtesy, I will get a small commission for that. But that way you've got a contact point as well, in addition to the amazing support that they provide at high level. So check that out and get ready to free up your time for your content creation, for your lead generation, for your lead nurturing, and even for your sales, let alone every time you do a webinar, you've got a series of things you need to create. That can be done in 90% less time by simply using this amazing platform that is growing so fast that they're number 516 on the Inc. 5000 list this year, and rising fast. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope this is giving you a sigh of relief. That's really my intention here. It's giving you a sigh of relief, because you don't have to spend your time doing all those things anymore. Okay? Now, I will let you know that tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm hosting a call on Zoom where we are going to help you create your own AI marketing agent to do these things. Okay? We're going to do it in real time. I'm going to give you the prompt to use and everything else. So if you don't yet have your spot reserved for that call, I'm going to also drop that link down below so that you can join us for that. And even if you're watching this after the fact, there will be a replay. So if you sign up, you'll be able to get access to that replay and use that resource for yourself. That's our gift to you. Okay? So have a wonderful day. Check out the high-level software, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow or on the next video that we do.